Hey guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the continuous support, suggestions, and phone calls. Today's vlog, we have a two-part. We'll look at the 4-H agvocate council that I'm lucky enough to be a part of.
Being in Israel, he acquired a Master of Science in Veterinary and Animal Science and mentored in ruminant nutrition. He has published research focusing on sheep meat quality and the use of local ingredients in developing a local-based total mixed ration, which can also be stored for long periods using local silage additives. Now popularly known as Farmer Khalil, the YouTube vlogger, he has developed an informative channel focusing on building capacity and transferring technologies to farmers across the region. Khalil Roofe. Next.
And answer the call to be an advocate for those who does not have one. This opportunity given to us thanks to Dr. Blake, the 4-H Club boards, Mr. Floyd Green, Minister Shaw, who have seen really commit themselves to engage us as youths to assist in shaping the future of the agricultural sector in Jamaica. Is that a task we on the county take life? We, for one, understand the importance of this model and the platform created for us as young women and men who sometimes voice are unheard. Secondly, we are a generation crying for change and opportunities to showcase a new dimension of the agricultural sector, driven by advanced research and technology. Thirdly, this pandemic has proven how important this sector is to our country's food security, availability, and sustainability as food prices increase as a result of disruption in both human and animal feed supply, which has affected our lives. As a country, it's best to challenge our youths from now to take on the responsibility of feeding this great nation for the next 50 years. The council and supporting members are committed to the next 2 years to bring forth a never-before-seen roadmap for the Jamaican agricultural sector, focusing on policies that will increase the country's productivity, agri-expansion, gender equality, rural development, and a succession plan to have youths more involved in all the aspects of a diverse agricultural sector. With a council built around experts, young experts that are theoretically and practically inclined, I assure you that all technical areas in agriculture will be a subject of discussion. For one, my interest and contribution to this council will focus on advocating a policy for research in agriculture, a ruminant livestock development plan, and a climate change adaptation policy. Our team will be organized to support each other's strengths and weaknesses to ensure our contribution will stand up to international scrutiny. The council will be pushing for mentorship programs outside our research team to ensure we are exposed to the inner workings of the agricultural sector on all levels, so our presentations for improvement will be realistic and executed. Mr. Green said it, the new face of food has to put youth on the forefront, who can assist in guiding the sector to growth, productivity, and innovation. So with that said, I'd like to thank all the personnel involved in putting this council together. A great opportunity for youth in agriculture to display our passion and ideas that we believe will move the Jamaican agricultural sector forward. This platform will allow Jamaica to have a competitive advantage globally, as youth involvement in this sector worldwide remains low. So it's with great pleasure and honor for allowing us to represent the youths of today. Thank you.
So meet your 11-member team, 4-H agvocate council members, who is in charge of pushing for policy changes for youth in agriculture. Guys, part 2 of our vlog is an excellent vlog today where we take you up into the deep hills of St. Catherine in Deep Old Harbour. We met up with a young farmer, Mr. Glenn, who is also a university graduate and decided to take agriculture as a way forward. Alongside his 9-to-5, he decided to venture into cattle rearing, where he plans to set up a feed-out operation and at the same time produce breeding stock for farmers in his community. It's an excellent vlog, guys. Check it out, an inspiration for us as young farmers or as farmers who decide to use agriculture as an alternative to the traditional 9-to-5s. man.
Yes.
So your service bull?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We have one more as well, and we sold quite a few of them before I left, because we're changing out the breed. We're going full red pole.
We're going red pole.
Yes, straight red pole. That's what we want to do. The farm, I can't say how much acres it is, but it's a massive farm. We started 2.5 years now. 2.5 years now we started. It took a lot of capital to fence it all around. It's fully fenced around. And you know, we're taking our time building. The main goal of it is to have about, I say, probably 30 heifers and probably 3 or 4 service bulls. So we're changing out, as I said, we're changing out the we're changing out. The only reason some of them are still here right now is because about 4 of them are pregnant. So we kept those ones back, but in January we've already bought a couple heifers and couple bulls to come in January, but we're just trying to finish up. We're going to lay pipes from all the way down there, come to the edge, come around, because each pasture have its own trough. So persons always ask me about my water system and how I get water up here, because this is deep, you know, deep old harbor, and the water stops down there. So what I do is I bought 2 tanks, and my uncle gave me 2 as well. And I decided, hey, I wanted to have a water system because the river is on that side.
Okay.
And to get the cows down there, it's easy. But to get them back up, problem. So that's the reason why I built the system. And I didn't want persons to come every day and, you know, complain about carrying cows down, carrying cows up. So I said, all right. One day I sat down in my room and I'm like, I need to build a proper water system, something that nobody has to do. Any farm I work at all. So I went to the bathroom and I flushed the toilet, and I'm like, how's the water know to come back in the toilet? There must be some mechanism that I can copy. I lift off the toilet lid, and when I did that, you know, I saw that there was a float valve in there. So I built my troughs with a float valve. So anytime the cows drink, they always have water constantly. So that's the reason for that. Now, this is the first pasture. The idea of this pasture is for the babies.
Okay, so young stock.
The young stock, you understand? So when persons come to purchase animals, you know, we don't have to carry them all the way over that side of the farm. They can just look right here, see what they like, and we can easily grab and go.
Like that. I like that. These are your heifers?
Yes, they're all pregnant.
All pregnant?
Yes.
Natural service?
Natural service. I was going to go for the artificial insemination, but I couldn't find the right person. Every time I ask somebody, it's like a trial and error, you know, like it's not professional. This is one of the troughs.
Okay.
That we're building. You know, the pipe will come directly, run to here, and we'll get the float valve in here.
Okay.
I'll show you a perfect example when we go back over there how it works. But this is one of the troughs. There's one more over there, and we're looking to put one more further down. So how I started the farming is that from I was small, I was always fascinated with animals. My grandfather is actually the owner of this property right here. He passed away some time now, and you know, he left everything to his grandkids. And I came over here one day and I saw that, you know, nothing was happening over here. So I'm like, all right, he has 3 separate properties. I took this one for myself. So I used to race him in the morning time to feed his pigs, and you know, tie out his goats and come carry water, because the water was way down there, you know. And I still even have the metal pan that I used to fill down there, you know. So I decided that I wanted to just come and try it. You know, as a university student, you know, a lot of persons say, hey, you went to UWI, you have a degree, and you know, I recently completed my degree, and you know, I do HR as well.
Okay.
Recruiting, to be more specific. You know, it's fun, you know, to hire in person, you know, but farming is my real passion.
Lovely.
You know, I've been doing it from when I was small. You know, my grandfather gave me my first pig. I started out with pigs first, you know. me and my dad, you know, we had a very large pig business. Unfortunately, you know, he moved on to other things and so did I. Now, why I started cows now, I realized that every time I go into the store and I look at beef, I look at oxtail and the prices, you know.
Yes.
I'm a corned beef lover. I can tell you that. Corned beef and white rice is my thing. And I realized that why is beef so expensive? So I came up here one day and I'm like, Grandma, I remember when grandfather used to have cows and she said, yes man, you know that those cows put all of your siblings, your aunties, through school. And I know my aunties very well, we're pretty close. My auntie is also a lecturer at UWI.
Okay.
Miss Caramel Bowen, Roofe Bowen, sorry. So, and she said, yes man, she remember when she used to, come to country and tie up goats when she was small, So I'm like, if he could put all of his children through school, so why not just start it up back, as a little, side hustle.
So you got started, like, did you have to buy, where you go and buy them? Or...
Oh, I had a friend out there, he sold me a bull at first.
Okay.
If you guys look at my channel, you'll see him, I grew him, he eats out of my hands.
Cocoa boy.
Exactly, I grew him from him was this small. And then I started looking into it, he said, one bull is not enough, buy a heifer. Buy a heifer, bought one more heifer, and that's how it go on and on and just keep buying two and turning over. And then he said, I realized that it's pretty profitable.
Yes.
Because unlike other animals, cows need grass.
Mm-hmm.
They need the mineral block.
Yes.
And also I buy bag feed from Central Village, Hyper Road Central Village.
Yes.
So, from our time, I mix the diet, ensure that they're getting the right nutrition. If you can look at the condition of them
they're
right
looking
now,
good. They're looking good.
you can see that they're in excellent condition because, we have vets as well come along and, tell us what's happening, what do they need.
Mm-hmm.
So, we take care of our animals. Let's just move further down to this pasture because this is my favorite one.
What's your favorite?
We have oranges, we have orange, pineapple, plantain, banana, tangerine, all types of mangoes all down there. Just because, as I said, we planted some grass, some guinea grass, some cane grass, and we just left it. We didn't want the cows to destroy it, so we just left it for a couple of months. So that's why it's all up now. But as I said, I have earlier videos to show you guys how it actually looked before all of this grass came about.
Yeah, this grass to me is a big problem. The piano grass, it's terrible. It's a terrible grass, but you have good ones here too, though.
Hard to get rid of it.
Yeah, man, hard to get rid of piano grass. Very hard. You have to just plant something that more aggressive. Oh yes, this is a really nice view.
Yes.
That you have.
That space over there is also my grandfather's property. Stretches up, go all the way around, come back up. That's actually their house.
Way over there?
Yes. So my grandmother knows when I'm here. She sees the van and also she hears me. You can hear conversations from way over there.
Yeah, there's echo cross.
Yes, because when my grandfather was there, I said, "Come for dinner!" I'm gonna say yes. So, this is my favorite pasture. When I finish doing all my duties here, sometimes I would sit right here and I would just look out to sea.
Yeah,
and if I'm here very early, you catch a sunrise and everything, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah, I can just imagine this. It's really nice. I like this.
Definitely. Further down is we cut this pasture in half. There's plantings lining all the way down. Unfortunately, it's a bit too far for us right now.
That's fine.
Time is against us. But I wanted you to come and just to see what I have going on here, for quite some time now. But when we first spoke, I think it was earlier this year, I was about to leave, so I didn't have a chance to really confirm anything with you.
Oh, so you went away to study or for work?
No, actually I went away on vacation.
Oh, vacation.
Yeah, I haven't taken a vacation in a while because I'm always working, and then I had my degree to complete and all of that, so that took away from me. But I still keep in touch with the farmers in the different communities, because what I realized, this whole farming and YouTube thing, it really lets you connect with people.
Yes, it does.
You know, because I've had quite a few persons reaching out to me. I had visitors come from overseas to come and see my farm.
Sort your farm, yeah.
Yes, and I spoke with Farmer Girl just as well.
Oh, yeah,
We've been in contact, you know, daily dialogue, you know, so what's happening, best practices and stuff like that. So that's what I've actually been going on. You know, the work is hard. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't love it, you know, it's going to be a challenge for you. But if it's something that you love, trust me, you can actually, you know, see your way out through it. You know, as I said, my grandfather started with just a small piece, you know, and this is just one of his 3 properties, you know, where, and he can tell you, he always tell me, hey, if I didn't raise those cows, I wouldn't have all of this today.
Yeah,
you know, because first he lived, I think it was right there. They call it Old Yard. You know, and then he bought that one because it's right beside the road. There's actually a road that goes up there.
Okay, so
you know,
improving access.
Yes. You know, so that's the reason. And you know, I always tell persons, you know, young persons like myself, you know, because I'm, as I said, young farmer. I won't tell you my age directly, but I'm really young. I don't know my age.
I see that, man. I see you're really young. You just finished your degree, and you still have that look. So
yeah,
so,
man. You know, don't let anybody discourage you from anything. You understand? Person look at farmers and say, hey, it's a joke, you know, whatever. But you know, a friend of mine that I went to high school with, I won't say his name. You know, when he left high school, he turned to me and he said, you know, I'm gonna do farming, you know, chicken, you know, poultry. And I said, farming, you know, I finished a degree, and him said, oh man, he said, I feel like farming are the way for me. And at first, I didn't think it was a bright idea until I think it was in my last year of you know, university. I went to the movies and I saw him. I said, yo, what going on? And he said, what? I said, oh, he farming I got. I said, boy, Glenn, you know, said the farming big, you know. Then man invite me. His farm is further down in all that, man. Invite me. I said, I have cows, you know, and 3 big chicken cubs, you know.
Nice.
And the man him phone regular, you know, orders and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, that's when I really realized, you know, and him have a nice vehicle on top of it.
Yes,
like,
man.
oh my
He might achieve out of it.
You know, he said, Mr. The farming really working. He said, yes, Glenn, the farming really works.
It works.
You know? He said, just condition your mind, you know, the hard work, and you'll see your way out of it. You know, and of course, we made some mistakes along the way, you understand? Because at first, you know, when I started with another effort, she's not here today, I sold her. She had her calf, but because this is a slope, you know, when they're pregnant, it's not really ideal for them.
No doubt. I saw that as like the slope might be a problem for you with birds. So, you have a lot of prolapse issues also.
When that was the first time, so when I realized, I spoke to a veterinarian. I'm not sure of his name. He comes from Clarendon. I don't remember his name at the moment, but he came here and he said to me that when they're at certain months, leave them. He said, move them up, leave them in that pasture.
Yes.
Or there's a flat surface and them, so leave them in there and just feed them back feed.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what we've been doing, and it's been working. We haven't lost anyone since that.
Lovely.
So, you know, it's really just the time and the knowledge. You understand? You ask your elders, you know, because when I started, I made a mistake. A very massive mistake that cost me, because these are logwood trees, some of them, and some of them are never die.
Yeah.
You know, and I paid a lot of money to, you know, get persons to post the place out, and, you know, barbed wire. It cost me a lot of money.
Yeah, you have to tell me. I can imagine. Fence work expensive.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, my grandfather's friend said to me, say, hey, you have to cut the wood in new moon. You know, at the time, you know, a college person. I'm like, shit, why are you saying wood is wood, you know? He say, you know, say by this time, chichi I go eat them. I said, what you mean? So said, so done, all of the wood chichi, start eat all of them, start break. And he's like, I told you, you know, so sometimes it might not sound logical, but you know, they've been here for a long time. You understand?
Yeah, traditional
science, they know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
so from that, just like what I learned the other day, you know, they said, if you want to get a bull, they said that new moon, is it new moon or dark moon or something like that? They say, you know, if you make the cow on a dark moon, you will more likely to get a male animal. You know, it actually works.
Yes, it works.
It works, you know. So after that second try, you know,
you start following that and see how you get out of it.
Yeah, it's wisdom, you know.
Yeah.
So with all that said, you know, that's my story.
Yeah, I like your story, and what I like is that as a UWI graduate, and you did HR. You know, choosing farming as we say, boy, as a side hustle, I think is a really good story for people to listen to. And we definitely give you the support for this. You say you want to do some AI, I'll connect you to our master at AI in the island and see him can help you out. One thing important is, you know, the handling facility for your animal. So even for now, just try to build a little race. You don't want them come up here and you have to tie the animal on a tree, stress them out. You want a metal race or a wooden race, I say wooden ones, so we can easily come in and get access to the animal. That's key. The water trough carrying them here, perfect. Cattle need them water to definitely, you know, manage the nutrition better, and the time hot sometimes, so it helps with the heat stress, and they just need water. So I think you're doing an excellent job doing it. I think over time when you're going to improve your pastures,
Definitely.
you know, you get more performance out of the animals them. But where you are now, you're looking good. You have all this land, trust me. I can just imagine a few years from now what your operation would look like.
Definitely, and I'll definitely call it, you know, when things changes a bit, you know, because, you know, I like to show people, you know, the progress.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
because some
important
persons
for us.
hear your story and they say, oh, it's made up.
And
know,
they don't realize. I'm glad they carry me here from now, you know.
You know, so when they see your hard work, you know, and the doctor can say, oh, I remember I'm from so and so, you know, he was the one that said this and that. You know, so that's what really I wanted to do, like a little documentary to, you know, show a person. Don't get me wrong, I do it on my channel as well. You know, because I dropped a video last week and person there saying, oh, so much grass.
Yeah, man, they have a lot of grass up here, a lot of fodder.
You know, whoa, and I'm like, you know, we took them out of the, I had to be explaining, you know, because my subscribers reach out to me on my WhatsApp and I said, boy, you know, that we took them out and, you know, we're changing out the breed. So as I said, we're going strictly red pole.
Red pole,
you know,
I like
I'm looking
that.
forward to that breed. You know, I've heard many good things about them.
Yeah, man, they put on the weight, man.
Yeah.
Put on the weight.
I've had Brahman and I've had Indian. You know, they say Indians are trouble. I have not one problem with an Indian cow.
Good.
You know, I don't know if it's how I raise them, but I have not a problem. You know, and I show persons, you know, videos come. I say, don't breed them. I sit down, I have a video on my channel where I sit down and I show them I have my grass in my hand.
And I eat out of your hand.
Eat out of my hand.
Lovely.
And it's a bull and it's a massive bull. You know? So I show people just how you take care of your animal, you know, you raise
management,
them.
and husbandry.
Definitely.
But what's the name of your channel though? Tell everybody.
It's Who's Who? It's a funny name.
Who's Who?
Yes, the reason behind the name is at that time I was struggling to figure out, you know, who I really was. What, am I a farmer? Am I a university student? You know, am I a businessman? So, you know, it just came together and I was like, all right, I'm gonna run with it.
I like that. No, it's a unique name. It will stay on the tongue. I like that.
So that's where I come up with the name. You know, person I say me children, I'm like, it's my identity. I can't really change it. You know, persons know me as that. So if I change it, they're gonna be like, who's that?
Yeah, who is who?
And for all of my day one supporters, you know, I thank you, and persons who are continuing to support me, I really thank you. It has been so much, you know, your words of encouragement. I really like to say thank you. You know, without you guys, you know, I sometimes I feel like giving up, but you know, when you reach out to me and say I like what you're doing and stuff like that, it really, you know, shows me that, you know, persons see the vision as well as I do, and that time it's just not hard up in my head. So thank you so much for that.
All right, boss.
Yes, that is Rebecca. She's my favorite.
Nice animal, boss.
Yes, she's mixed with Brahman and Red Pole.
And Red Pole.
Her mother was Red Pole, her dad is Brahman.
It's Brahman, okay.
That's what I said.
See, my going bad.